computing is not what it used to be. When I was a youngster, I grew up in a house where we had computers. And I'm not an expert, but I'm very experienced in computers. I always have been. I can't code, I can't write programs and things like that, but when it comes to the function of a computer, I've got the basics completely sorted. I used to use Windows. I've always used Windows. I haven't delved into Linux, or I've never really had anything to do with Apple. I don't like the idea of Apple. Apple to me was the first step in removing the control of the user from their computer, or rather removing the control the user had of their computer from them. You couldn't change anything as far as I could understand. I just never had anything to do with it. So I've always used Windows. Now, a minute ago, I was just trying to reinstall a printer. And at the end of the process, my DVD drive on my laptop opened automatically. There you go. There's your CD. I was loading the software from a CD. My computer has no business doing that kind of thing without me ordering it to. A person designing software has no business making my computer do that without my ordering it to be done. And this is one instance, but there are thousands. I am so sick to death of the complete deprivation of mastery and control of my own computer that's taking place. I have to draw this back to a political problem, because the reason is no one's in control, no one's in charge. This liberalised mayhem that we have in society now is enabling this. There's no rules, there's no standards, no one stands up for anything. Everyone has, as they say, sloped shoulders. They have no ability to take responsibility and bear it. It's a joke. As a result, computing, which used to be a really enjoyable thing, has become a disastrous free-for-all where any institution or anyone can just try their best to steal control of a person's computer from the person using it. Oh, well, I won't do anything now, it's all automatic. It's crazy. You don't need to be a computer scientist to understand how to use the basics of your computer. But more and more and more, people are being treated as though they are completely stupid and incapable. Oh, well, I'll just let it all be done for me. It's all automatic. And then their lives become completely run by outside entities. I personally avoid technology now. You can call me a technophobe, but that's ridiculous. I'm just noting what's going on and avoiding it. It's a complete disaster. I tried to park my car today. I couldn't park my car without a stupid phone. So I left and I went somewhere that accepted cash. I'm sick to death of this theft of individual responsibility and independence and control that's taking place all over the place. I won't be a part of it. I won't stand for it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Now that leads me to figure out how to fix the problem. In my opinion, the problem must be fixed from the top. At the moment, there's no one responsible. No one wants to be responsible, and it's all started back in about 2001, 2002, when people started to be steamrolled by the people who had hijacked our governments. You couldn't say anything against what was happening, and you can say, oh, well, that's old times. No, it's still happening today. Okay, what we're living today is a direct result of the theft of control of our governments by secret organisations in the background. You can say what you like. Oh, it's just a conspiracy theory. Say it. Carry on living in your fantasy world, which has been spoon-fed to you, you little baby. Or start being an adult and think for yourself and see what's going on in the world around you. It's a disaster. And it will only be fixed by men who stand up and actually do something about it. I am one of them. I will do everything I can to fix it. I will fix it. But I'm basically appealing to other people out there to try and switch them on as well. Try and get them to remove their heads from their backsides so that they actually start thinking for themselves and stop just following the herd. Oh, well, I'll just do it because I'm told to do it. Because eventually it will lead to very serious consequences. If no one's in charge, if no one's responsible, then this kind of thing happens. People are basically being treated as though they are utterly stupid and having control of their own lives stolen from them. I used to enjoy computing. I can't enjoy it anymore because every time I touch my computer, I try to do one thing and 5 or 6 other things have to be done to bring everything up to speed in order to do it. When I used to use my computer in the past, I would walk up to my computer, go da-da-da-da-da, do what I want to do and walk away. Now, I've got to spend 3 or 4 hours of my time fixing stuff that I have no intention of having anything to do with just because some other moron has taken control of my system. What am I supposed to do? I don't even want to go to Linux. For a while I was like, yeah, I'll go to Linux. I do not want to go to Linux because I've experienced free open source software and it's rubbish. It's rubbish because, again, there's no leadership. There is some form of leadership in Microsoft, but it's poisoned leadership. It's leadership saying, okay, how can we stuff the user this time? How can we sell control of the user's computer to someone else? How can we steal control of it? Because that's the ethos of Microsoft. Steal control of the person's computer from them. That's the Microsoft ethos. Whenever anything's loading nowadays, what do you get? Nothing. Just a little circle. No information for you. What? It's my computer. The grace that used to take place in the past was when something was loading, you'd see a list of all the programs and files that were being gone through as they loaded. It was a courtesy by the developer or the software company to show you what was happening on your machine as they were permitted access to it. Now, no, we could do what we want. And that attitude has got to end. It's got to stop. There is a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And in there, the original version, I dare not read the liberalised nonsense of reproduced versions now, but in the original version there was a story about a business or a problem that was occurring. People had coal delivered to their homes, and because a particular industrial factor had an absolute monopoly, they would call upon people at all hours, and if someone wasn't there, well, we're in charge of you. And the customer was completely disempowered. And it only took another company to step in and be polite to the customer and say, how can we serve you best to make people jump ship from the other supplier to the new supplier? Winning friends and influencing people. What were they doing? They were doing what's right. At the moment, we've got a problem with monopoly, okay? A big crime, essentially, you could argue, was committed, although it depends. This is the problem is, strictly speaking, the rules of the game, so to speak, are actually made up as people go along. But the expectation was, previously, that things were going to be governed properly. The problem is that organisations which were non-governmental, I'm not talking about NGOs, but they kind of are, people operating in private, having secret discussions, planned and plotted to basically undermine and take over our governments and the runnings of our countries. They've been ultimately superseded. That's why your government never does anything anymore. They just mop up the problems. The real decisions are made above government, outside of government. If you don't believe that, you're in a dream, okay? This has filtered through to every business, because business doesn't care. Business is soulless. No matter how much your supplier of whatever says, we care, oh, we care, and no matter how many hearts they draw on their product or on their business literature, they are a soulless, careless entity. And this has filtered through to everything. This is why it's important to have a figurehead, a person who is responsible, because a human has some sense of responsibility. Hopefully. If it's a corporate entity, there's none, zero. So they might, from a corporate perspective, they'll say, oh yes, we'll tell our customers that we care, but it's meaningless. And even more so in governmental terms. So we've got a situation now where there's no one apparently in charge. What's actually happening is decisions are made in secret by small committees of people. You don't know who they are. I mean, you probably have kind of an idea, but you don't know exactly who they are, and they're not accountable to you at all. And as such, you are now basically utterly controlled by these people. They're not elected. The people you elect are the front men that they supply. What's really happening is behind the scenes. If you don't understand it, just wake up for a minute and look around you. Okay, this is becoming a creche. It's a nursery school. It's a kindergarten. And the people who are running the show are trying to make you into children who are controllable and manipulable and dependent and sick and needy, so they can just milk you and make money out of you. All right? If you want that, you're out of your mind. Okay? The fact is, a person has to have individual responsibility, freedom to do what they want to do, and to actually be accountable to themselves, to actually get stuff done that they wanted to get done the way they wanted to get it done. Not to just take their hands off of everything and have everything done for them and be spoon-fed. That's not living. And that's what people are headed towards. It's a disaster, and it will be fixed. What we're living through now is a horrible period which will end, and it's just because essentially the truth of the matter is that the game, so to speak, is whoever is able to hoodwink the other person, that's the person who wins. But there should be, and there is a way of doing it whereby you do have some sort of moral integrity. At the moment we have a situation where there's no integrity being applied at all, and it's rotting everything that we used to hold dear. And most people are being conditioned and just distracted by all this electronic nonsense. It just makes it worse. All you have to do is pull out of it. It's tricky, yeah, but you pull out of it, and then you can begin the process, along with me and other people, to actually fix this situation. And as a matter of fact, the more you look into it, the more you will be horrified. But you can kind of put that to one side, but just make sure that you're freeing yourself. I personally am sick to death of my computer being run and ruled and controlled by someone else. It's mine. It always was. And it will be again. But we have to make it happen. We have to tear control back from these entities, from these people in the background. We have to tear control away from them. That's what we are absolutely bound and beholden to do this. I'm just giving the wake-up message to people. We have to take control. We've got a big problem in our world, a huge problem, and people are just sitting there going, oh, what's on Netflix? Because they've just been blinded and made stupid and intimidated. Softly intimidated, but intimidated nonetheless. Locked in their homes a few years ago. I mean, come on, guys. We are ultimately responsible for ourselves and responsible for fixing the situation, and we can do it. Those who are getting away with it are only getting away with it because we're not doing our job, which is actually freeing ourselves. So, computing needs to be returned to the way it used to be, and all the other ancillary stuff as well. All the other governmental situations and business situations can be brought back into a situation of sanity when individual men, get back into positions of responsibility and start working towards bringing things back to sanity. We can't have this nonsense of people hiding behind corporations all the time. It's disgusting, and it's bringing disgusting results. I don't know what else to say. This is the truth. If you don't like it, I don't know, you're nuts. I mean, it's difficult to stomach, but all it is an acknowledgement of responsibility. We all have to do something. Figure out what your part to play is and start playing it. Start being responsible. Enjoy being part of this world. Don't just be a recipient of someone else's control over you. Be a part of it. Be a part of the solution. I don't know what else to say for now. But computing has got to be repaired along with everything else. My own DVD drive opening because someone else told it to? No, it's my computer. You might say that's a single little thing, but it's thousands of different things that happen on my computer outside of my control, which never used to happen. I hate this stuff. It's like someone invading your life and you just want them to get their hands out of it. And that's freedom. That's the privacy we used to enjoy. I want it back.